Disgusting.
So it's recording.
Then come back, chill after work.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will use it in the book.
Hi. You got done?
You're to give us tea.
In his fit of anger, he took my model and he started banging it on the.
It's opposite color code.
Yes.
Okay, no, he's very handsome. Tall.
They won't record these things. Firm called Studio Mumbai.
Yeah, she's very precise.
Yeah.
Jar.
Hello and welcome to Brutalism and Bananas. I'm Nilanjana and today I have a very special guest with me. This is Pratha Bhagat. Hi Pratha.
Hi Nilanjana.
How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Good. So Pratha is a co-founder of this studio called Studio Mat Architects and they're based out of Bombay.
We're based out of Bombay. We operate from a suburb in Mumbai, which is called Borivali.
How's it been so far?
It's been amazing. It's been quite a ride. We're enjoying every part of it.
So you founded this firm back in 2018?
So 2018, 2019, COVID times, when we were sitting at home, we thought we would do something.
That's great. I've known you for quite some time now.
Yeah.
And I've seen the way you've progressed and I'm quite happy with, like how you've taken things on and gone through and like hit the nail on it.
Thanks for saying that. So this was always the aim, this was always a goal to start something of my own, to start something of our own. And we had been working with a lot of amazing firms before starting this, so we got like a great experience and then maybe somehow once we got that one first project, we took a dive into it and just
went
for it.
Yeah. And I've known Harsh since my internship days because we interned together.
And then we have heard about me.
Yeah, I had heard about you back then only. So even though we met like maybe a year later.
Yeah, I think so.
I think when I came to Bombay and
It's an exhibition.
It's an exhibition.
That's the first time we met.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, it's a fun time every time I meet them. Okay, so originally I wanted to shoot Pratha and Harsh separately, and then sort of have a combined episode because I think you've had very separate experiences.
Right.
With very different firms, and I wanted to give you all enough time to like explain your journey. But then Harsh wanted to do it together, but something happened and he's been
Something came up. He was called to site. He was summoned to site.
Yes, so he's not available for a joint session today. Now, Pratha's journey has been quite interesting. She's worked with about 3 or 4 firms before starting Studio Mat. So let's go to your internship. You worked in Auroville.
Yeah.
So like, how did you find this person to work with?
While I was looking for firms to start my internship with, there was a long list actually. I think my college had a big Excel sheet with names of a lot of firms written in, and we had an idea of where we all wanted to go. I was born and brought up in Mumbai, and I wanted to explore another city, so I would get out of here and just get out of my home and just live somewhere for a while. And so that's why I was planning to do it outside the city. I was looking for Ahmedabad, Auroville. Goa also had like a good scene. A lot of my
So you
friends.
just wanted to chill.
Basically. Also, I wanted to do something in sustainability and explore materials that are not so commonly used here. A lot of natural materials, basically. I ended up interning in Auroville. So the firm's name is Studio Naqshbandi. It's led by Mona Pingal.
So tell us about the firm and like how big or small was it?
It was a small firm. The principal architect and there was 2 architects at that point, and then I was the intern. So we were just 3 of us plus her in the firm. There was a lot of projects that she was doing in Auroville as well as in Pondicherry and around that area.
What kind of work, like residences?
Residential and commercial both, and some like landscape projects and all. Like she had quite a nice variety of work, and I got to work on her friend's home in Auroville. So while I was there for 6 months, I worked on her home. I used to visit site and got some
So you got hands-on
experience, and that is what I was a part of while I was with her. and it was nice. So she's a female principal architect. So I kind of looked up to her as to how she ran her firm. In spite of having like a lot of projects, she was very hands-on, very involved in all her work, and she was very inspiring. Like that, she was very organized. She used to sit every morning on her meals and then get up. She had a very good schedule. Like we used to start our day. We used to hold hands. We used to say a prayer. All of us like this. I think it was an Orwell thing. Everybody's spiritual out there, and you start your work like with. I'm not sure if we held hands, but we stood in a circle. And we kind of started our day with talking about like gratitude, and then started working. She used to go on her mails. We used to sit on our laptops, and she was very organized and fun to work with.
Yeah, which is not very common amongst architects.
Yeah, we kind of procrastinate a lot.
Yeah, we don't take decisions on time, and then towards the end we're just like scrambling.
Yeah.
Yeah. Suppose that you came back to Bombay
Came back to Bombay and then took a little break, thought about where I wanted to join, what would be the next step. Again, spoke to a few people where I could kind of continue my exploring materials idea or sustainability idea and work with people who are into that. Again, small firm, that was always the idea. Didn't want to be a part of like a big firm and
where the responsibilities are
lesser. And also I think somewhere I always wanted to start my own firm. So I always gravitated towards smaller firm that what they are doing. I could directly learn from the principal architect and just observe them what they are doing in the day and all. Next I went to Studio Pomegranate, Pranav Naik, again amazing guy, and he's a fun person, very positive, and also got to learn a lot from his
demeanor. I met him once for a shoot.
He cycled to the office that night.
He still
cycles. It's lovely. And I think I picked up that knack for. So you remember we used to cycle for me and we were cycling all around.
I thought you still do that.
So we reduced it, which we want to again restart. But we were a lot into treks anyways. I think that time also I used to like trekking and all. But after I see Pranav Naik cycling about everywhere, I thought that's something.
Yeah.
Then I realized, people actually do a lot of this.
For how long were you?
I was there just for a couple of months because of the travel. I had to leave, but my experience was good. I enjoyed working with him. I think he's very positive as a person. So when you ask him even like a silly doubt, he'll explain you like very excitedly, like he's explaining for the first time. So I think his attitude is nice, and that's what I think I want. I kind of pick things from people.
Okay. And then post this, you decided to join Alan.
Yeah.
How was that experience?
Alan was again a very different experience. And now I'm very good friends with him. I catch up with him and we go to IDAC, AD shows, and I see him, and whenever I see him, he's always warm, lovely, and
so explain who Alan is.
Okay, so Alan Abraham is a principal of Abraham John Architects. It's his and his father's firm.
Right.
Also, he's brother of John Abraham, who's an actor. So I had met him as well.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
How was that?
It was nice, he's very nice. We held hands and we did a side hug. And he's like,
nice.
Hey Pratha, how are you? He knows my name.
Oh, that's nice. Did you have a fangirl moment?
He's very good looking,
Yeah.
so I had that moment. Yeah, he's very
Is Alan
sweet.
also as handsome?
Yeah, he is.
Okay.
They're brothers.
No.
You've met Alan?
No, I'm not.
Okay, no, he's very handsome, tall.
Is that why you joined?
I didn't know if that was handsome before I joined.
Okay.
Yeah. Maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah.
We'll never know.
We'll never know. So Alan also had a lot of different type of projects, a lot of high-end work. He works with a lot of amazing clients with a lot of budgets. So I think his practice is very different in that way. Where I think Auroville was a little like normal budgets. Your budgets were like quite nice. The selections, the furnitures, everything that he use are either imported or some nice.
There's a wide range of things you can do with
Can do, yeah. so he explores it very well in terms of materiality. While I was there, we worked on a gym project. There was an architecture project going on, so we worked on that a little bit, and a lot of presentation drawings, which one must know.
Mhm.
So, yeah, all that.
So was it,
Made some models.
oh,
That
okay.
was nice.
Yeah. So it was a good experience overall. And you were there for like 1.5
1 and a half years, yeah.
Okay. Okay. And post that you shifted to DIG.
DIG Architect. So while I was in these firms, I realized I'm more interested in interior part of the work, design part of the work, detailing part of everything.
Mm-hmm.
I love doing architecture as well, but I was more interested in, detailing it out every corner, detailing out this,
Mhm.
playing with materials in a smaller scale, in a more zoomed in scale.
Right.
So that's what I realized, and then I think that's when I realized that DIG Architects would be a better place for me to go.
Because
next.
that has more.
That has more interior work. They also have architecture work, but they are interior wise. I think they are very good.
How did you find this one?
They are led by 2 principal architects, Advait Kotnes and Amit Khanolkar. Advait was a faculty in my college.
Okay.
So I think that's where I knew what kind of work they were doing, and I thought that it was cool, and then I think that was the next step over there. I was there for 3 to 4 years, so it was a long
It was
time.
a long time.
It was a long time that I spent there, and I think all that I know about detailing and all, a lot of thing is inspired and seen from there.
So, what kind of interior projects is mainly residential?
Residential, commercial, both.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
both. And again, both all high-end residential, commercial. Even they work with a lot of materials, so commercial materials and also natural materials and everything. So it was a good mix, made me aware of like
So did
other
you,
things
yeah.
as well in the market. So not always natural material wise, but also other materials like PU.
Yeah. So you mentioned that like you worked on both commercial interior projects as well as residential interior projects. I'm guessing you had like a hands-on experience in both of these, right?
Yeah.
So then I think it helped you understand the differences between these two typologies and stuff, right?
So commercial and residential, again, very different ball games to get into it. The timelines are different. Commercial is much more faster. We have a lot of time in residential.
Yeah.
Sometimes even that is fast, but at
Mhm.
least not as fast as the commercial. The kind of work that goes is, I think, almost equal with respect to detailing and all that we do in each case.
Do you have a preference?
I love working on residential interior design, but also I think with commercial you can explore design wise. You can do something quirky, you can do something crazy which you
Not so much. in
might
residential.
not do
Yeah.
in someone's home,
Yeah.
but I
They have
think
to live with it.
they have to.
Yeah, and I think also commercially you have that option of it being changed very often.
Shade it very often, yeah.
Whereas
And nowadays, I think many people are coming up with like stores and all, because
Yeah.
they want that
Yeah.
brief is coming that it has to be eye catching, and a lot of nice commercial stores
so that
and
way, in
cafes
terms of creativity, you're saying a commercial space will.
would be more creative,
Yeah.
like in terms of things that you can do differently, and it's still acceptable and it would make sense.
Out of these particular firms that you've worked at 4,
Yeah,
right?
that I have mentioned.
That you have mentioned.
Yeah.
There might be
There
others.
might be more.
Like, is there a firm that you relate with more, or have you picked up something from each one of these firms?
My learning would be incomplete without each one, so I've picked up like something from each one of them, and it has helped us as a firm and me to start out to understand what goes in a practice, how do you talk to your employees, like something as small as
Yeah.
how do you manage the office, because at the end we are just doing that a
Yeah.
lot along with designing and speaking to
Obviously,
people.
like designing is a very minute
Is
part.
one part of it, but there is like other things that are much more relevant. So I think those things I kind of learned and picked up from these guys.
And obviously, in a smaller firm, you would get to experience all of that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I understand your thought process behind going to smaller firms.
Yeah. It's always nice.
Yeah. How does it feel to be with Harsh all the time? Basically, what I mean by that is that They work
Uh-oh.
together. They work together and then they have to go back home together.
Yeah. And again come back to work together.
Yeah, so it's like you're together all the time.
Yes.
Does that?
So this question all my friends ask me.
Huh.
My parents also ask me.
So you know what space from each other?
He's calling.
You haven't said anything. You haven't given us tea.
Yeah,
You have given me tea, but not.
not the real tea, which is all that matters.
Yeah.
Some good days, and then there are some medium days of handling work.
So as you guys can see, we finally joined by
started?
yeah.
Yeah, it's on.
It's on.
Harsh finally decided to show up.
Yes.
Hi Harsh.
Hi everyone.
How are you doing?
I'm great.
How was the emergency on site?
It was an emergency, genuine emergency. I'm so sorry.
That's
I had
okay.
to go. Yeah.
That's okay.
Now I'm
It's-
here finally.
Yeah, you're here finally, and we've been waiting to hear about your journey. So you
Sounds
studied at JJ,
Yes.
so that is already like one of the top universities.
You can say that. Yeah.
Yeah, because I wanted to go to JJ School
Okay.
of Art, but I was told that I require a domicile of 5
Yeah,
years.
I think, yeah.
Yeah, and obviously I didn't have that. So how was your internship experience? Where did you go, Harsh? And how was it?
So I'm not sure if you know about
I
this.
don't know about this.
So this firm called Studio Mumbai,
Uh-huh.
and it's based in Mumbai.
Okay, who's the architect?
It's a person called Vijay Jain.
Okay.
And he is definitely an amazing person, and he has a great firm, great practice. Definitely, like I'll start with the positives. Like that's how I ended up there.
Are we going into the negatives?
Directly went into it.
So definitely.
How did you choose this firm? Based on what?
So I think the idea in Bombay is very skewed that okay,